American campus has earned its best-in-class reputation by consistently delivering on all fronts: high-quality external growth, internal value creation, and prudent balance sheet management. Last year, we said that 2012 would focus on delivering more of the same. At the time, we didn't realize how much more. While no single year dictates the long-term success of an organization, 2012 will be remembered as a pivotal year in our company's history. Once again, in every area of our business, the ACC team delivered, and delivered big. Regarding our external growth, it was the most active year in the company's history, as we added 51 properties containing more than 30,000 beds to our portfolio, representing nearly $2.2 billion of assets. We acquired 40 properties, totaling nearly $1.8 billion. This activity included 2 large transactions: the purchase of select properties from the Kane Anderson portfolio and the purchase of the Campus Acquisitions portfolio. We also acquired 6 individual properties. These combined acquisitions expanded our footprint in 15 existing markets and enabled our entry into 14 new markets, including such flagships as the University of Southern California, Purdue University, and the University of Michigan Central Campus. We also set a new high in our own development activity, with 11 developments containing more than 6,000 beds opening their doors to students across the United States. These developments, representing a $381 million investment, included 6 properties owned under our American Campus Equity, or as we call it, ACE program, on the campuses of Arizona State University, Northern Arizona University, the University of New Mexico, and Portland State University. We are also active in the area of third-party development, where we delivered 4 on-campus projects. I have to give a special shout out to our Project and Construction Management Division, which, including our 11 owned projects, delivered a total of 15 development projects comprised of nearly 9,000 beds, 3.4 million square feet, and representing approximately $600 million in total development cost. And most importantly, all projects were completed on time, on budget, and opened at a combined occupancy of 96%. Of course, the hallmark consistency of our performance resides in the operational and financial results delivered by the American Campus team. This was the 8th straight year of positive same-store growth in rental rate, rental revenue, and most importantly, net operating income, a feat unmatched in our sector. We're also very proud of our industry-leading leasing results for the 2012-2013 academic year. We achieved a fall same-store occupancy of 97.4% at a time when our competitors struggled. Once again, our proprietary operating platform was a significant competitive advantage in creating long-term sustained value for our shareholders. We were able to execute on our growth opportunities due to the continued prudent management of our balance sheet. During 2012, we raised more than $1.3 billion in equity via the 2 largest follow-on equity offerings in the company's history. Even with the dilution related to the additional 31.9 million shares of common stock issued during the year, all of the above activities resulted in record earnings for the company, with 2012 FFOM increasing to $2.02 per share. Our stock also performed well, with an annual total shareholder return of 13.3%. For shareholders that invested in our IPO back in 2004, we've now delivered an astounding total shareholder return over the last 8 years of over 289%. This represents a significant outperformance compared to the other public student housing companies, our multifamily peer group, the Morgan Stanley REIT Index, the Dow, the NASDAQ, and the S&P 500. Looking ahead in 2013, we're focusing on the successful integration of our 2012 growth assets to help ensure sustained long-term value creation. We're also striving toward the successful lease-up of our same-store legacy assets for the 2013-2014 academic year. We're delivering even more quality growth with our fall 2013 owned developments, totaling 7 assets comprised of more than 3,900 beds with a total investment of $303 million. This includes 2 new flagship assets, Callaway House here in our hometown of Austin, Texas, and Chestnut Square in the University City area of Philadelphia. We've also announced significant development pipeline beyond 2013, including new ACE awards at Princeton University, Drexel University, and the University of Southern California Health Sciences Center. 2013 also marks a sentimental and special milestone as American Campus celebrates our 20th anniversary. When we formed American Campus in 1993, our student housing business consisted of just one third-party management contract for the Dobie Center, an off-campus residence hall serving students here at the University of Texas, which is actually the tall glass high-rise you see over my shoulder. In fact, our first corporate office was in a vacant student suite on the top floor of the building. Shortly after our founding, we crafted our mission statement with a singular focus on being the nation's premier student housing company. In August of this year, just across the street, we'll open the Callaway House, a facility we believe will set a new standard in student housing. It will open almost 20 years to the day that I moved to Austin with my wife and two small children, with the vision of what has become American Campus. There have been some special milestones over the years and various partners we'd like to thank. In 1995, we got our first big break when Prairie View A&M University and the Texas A&M University system gave us our first major development opportunity with a 672-bed upperclassmen apartment community. Since that time, we've demolished all of the university's housing stock from the 1950s and 60s and are on our 7th phase of new development, now encompassing over 3,800 beds. Making our work at Prairie View A&M University the largest student housing revitalization project in the nation. In 1997, Scott Reckler and Rexon, via Rexon Strategic Venture Partners, purchased the majority interest in the company from my original partners and provided the venture capital we needed to expand from a third-party services company to the actual ownership of student housing properties. We spent the next 6 years establishing our brand with colleges and universities and assembling our initial own portfolio. In 2002, we reached another milestone when the University of California system selected us on the UC Irvine campus to be the third-party developer and manager of what would become the nation's largest third-party development completed under a project-based financing structure. Our long-standing relationship with UCI now consists of 3 phases of development with more than 4,800 beds, with a total transaction value in excess of $435 million. Then, in 2004, we led the student housing industry to a new plateau when we became the first student housing company in America to successfully complete an IPO, dramatically improving our overall weighted cost of capital and introducing Wall Street and institutional capital to the student housing sector as a mainstream real estate investment. We then embarked on pioneering the equity ownership of on-campus student housing with Arizona State University on what would become our ACE program. In 2007, we broke ground on our first phase of development at ASU, where we now own more than 5,100 beds of on-campus housing, consisting of upperclassmen apartments, modern freshman residence halls, and the university's in-residence honors college. Our efforts with ASU have provided a model for universities across the country that are dealing with limited state funding. In 2011, we reached another long-term objective when American Campus became the first student housing company to achieve an investment-grade rating, something no other company in our space has achieved. As a result, we launched our inaugural unsecured bond offering during the first quarter of 2013, giving us yet another vehicle by which we can reduce our long-term cost of capital, further strengthening our balance sheet to fund our future endeavors. In the 8 years since our IPO, we've gone from a total enterprise value of $350 million to nearly $7 billion. We've become the largest company in our space, only because we've continued to stay true to that one simple tenet of our mission statement: to be the nation's premier provider of quality student housing. Nothing less will do. On behalf of the entire American Campus family, we thank each and every one of you for your support and confidence, and we look forward to the next 20 years.